Thanks for checking out the Real Estate Today podcast. We continue our series with Bob Nelson talking about understanding your rental property.
I'm Bob Nelson, real estate investment broker with Pacwest Real Estate Investments. I've been dealing with a series called Understanding Your Rental Property. If you own residential rental property, we're dealing with a new reign of terror that the legislature's dealing with called rent control. Oh, that'll be a real beauty. We haven't learned anything since New York City. I think the person's name was Lloyd George, as I recall, 1926 or so? I'm not big on historic numbers, but rent control. It produces a beautiful effect called slums. I would also then take a look, finally, at limiting your liability. How do you own the property? Most people own it either in a limited liability company or an LLC or potentially a trust, something that isolates the risk from your personal net worth to the property itself. With a limited liability company, and again, you have an attorney do this, and you have a tax counsel take a look at it to make sure that you're making wise decisions. But what you're attempting to do is create the equivalency of a fence around the property, and whatever happens on that property stays with the property, as opposed to creating liability that would take over all of your other assets. In some instances, some have chosen to take their IRA, their individual retirement account, and acquire real estate with it. It's very possible to do that. You have to have a fairly large IRA to play the game of owning real estate inside of a self-directed IRA. Financing has to be non-recourse, and unfortunately, the lenders don't like to lend more than about a 50% loan-to-value ratio, but take a look at that stuff. The last point, review your financial statement at least quarterly. If you need expert counsel, I'd be glad to listen to your situation and suggest options. I'm Bob Nelson, real estate investment broker with Pacwest Real Estate Investments.